My name is Max. My world is fire and blood.
What's your name?
There's more consensus on Mad Max Fury Road than there is on global warming. Mad Max Fury Road currently has a 98% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, a website that surveys hundreds of film critics. That is just 1 percentage point higher than the percentage of actively published climate scientists who agree that humans are causing global climate change. The movie is post-apocalyptic madness with English actor Tom Hardy taking over the role of Max from Mel Gibson due to, as Grantland suggests, Mel Gibson's age, schedule, lingering radioactivity. And Charlize Theron, who according to NPR thanked director George Miller for creating such a strong character, saying, quote, "I always had this little voice in my head of George going, well, now I'm going to show you a real woman." As excited as folks are for Mad Max, there are probably just as many people out there who will wait in line this holiday weekend for the remake of Poltergeist and a blockbuster starring George Clooney based on an attraction at Disneyland. All right, joining me now, Jason Bailey, film editor at Flavorwire, and Christopher John Farley, senior editorial director at Wall Street Journal. All right, Mad Max, you guys have both seen?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Are you in the Rotten Tomatoes 98%?
Oh, yes.
Rotten Tomatoes for you, really?
Well, no, I mean like in the consensus, like the thumbs up.
Definitely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
People, I have a theory about Mad Max. Ready?
Okay.
I think Mad Max in the last week has filled the void left by Mad Men. In like among the like chattering critical class, like it has like all the stuff being written about Mad Men has now turned to Mad Max because people who write criticism, who write on the internet, love this GD movie so much.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, it's a classic opportunity of an example, you know, of a chance to see what is on the face of it pop entertainment, what is a big, expensive, blow-em-up action summer movie, but yet there's all of this interesting subtext. There's all of this stuff to dig out of it. There are so many interesting ways to look at this movie and so many things that it's doing that you don't expect to see when you go to the multiplex.
Well, here's my Mad Men-related theory. You know, like Don Draper says, nostalgia can be difficult, but potent. And I think that's what we're seeing here. It's nostalgia for the old Mad Max, back when Mel Gibson was starring in it. We don't want Mel Gibson starring in anything else anymore. Right. So now we have Charlize Theron. She's really the star of this film. It's really about her. It's really her story turned into a feminist tale. And I think this summer at the movies, women are really getting more of a chance than usual. Because look what the #1 movie has been for a while. Pitch Perfect 2.
Pitch Perfect 2 and Mad Max were the huge winners last weekend.
Right.
Everyone is describing Mad Max as a feminist action movie, a feminist summer action movie. And my favorite detail is that Eve Ensler, author of the writer of the Vagina Monologues, was a consultant on it.
Right.
Why is it? Explain the feminism to me.
I mean, basically, the journey of the film, as he said, you know, the title is what the title is, but Charlize Theron is the star of the film. It is her story, and it is a story of a woman who is helping to empower other women.
Who are basically oppressed, enslaved.
Yeah, who are basically sex slaves.
Right.
And the Eve Ensler detail seems totally weird until you see the movie, when it makes absolute sense. She was brought on to consult to the manner with which they were treating victims of sexual violence. So that is
amazing. Someone a director actually caring.
Yes.
In the context of like a big budget film, like, how are we treating, you know, victims of sexual violence?
And I think I'm going to pass on explaining the feminism in it because I think that 3 guys are on a table. If my 9-year-old daughter sees me explaining feminism with 3 guys, she'll probably leap through the TV and stop me.
Sure. So the other thing about this film that I saw a number of people note, which I thought was fascinating, was there's a bunch of people talking about the effects and how non-CGI it was. Right. And I read an interview with someone that had worked on the film, I don't know if the director, talking about like they built all that stuff.
Sure.
Right? There's like a guitar player who's got like a fire shooting guitar, and like they actually rigged up a guitar that shoots fire. These vehicles you're seeing are actual vehicles that got built. And I do really think there's something to, like, I think we have grown weary.
Absolutely.
Of almost the kind of like the flattening marginal returns of like insane CGI effects. And that there's like now this incredible pop to actual physical vehicles.
I think we do long for real danger. We want to know that stuntmen and stuntwomen actually did something worthy of their names. If you go back and watch the original Mad Max, I mean the second one.
Someone died.
Right. We don't want to see that happen.
Yeah.
Someone died.
Yeah, I think I choose
Twilight
CGI
Zone
over
thing,
that.
anything to happen here. But it is impressive to see real things happen. Because after a while, the crazy, over-the-top CGI effects, because they risk so much, we know they're not real. We know that can't happen.
That's right. That can't happen, right?
And we're really seeing, I think, amongst fans, especially of genre films, along for the return of practical effects. One of the key points that we're hearing in advance about the new Star Wars movie is that J.J. Abrams is making a big deal of the fact that they're using practical effects. They're building the little robots. They're sort of retreating from the entirely green screen world that George Lucas created in the prequels.
The true special effect in Mad Max really is Charlize Theron. I mean, her acting, she draws you in, she makes it real, she grounds it. If she's not there, we don't care what's around her.
All right.